Hello friends, welcome to all of you to video number 13. Topic is capital structure theories, and out of that now we are learning net income approach or net income theory, and this is example number 4 on net income approach. Check out the example, it is in front of you. A company expects operating income of rupees 1 lakh. It has rupees 2,50,000 8% debentures. The equity capitalization rate is 10%. Calculate value of the firm and overall capitalization rate. Check out. In this case, operating income is given to us. Operating income means earnings before interest and tax, that is EBIT. So EBIT is rupees 1 lakh, which is given us directly. It has 2,50,000 8% debentures. So debenture capital amount is rupees 2,50,000 and rate of debenture interest is 8%. The equity capitalization rate is 10%. So we know that as per the net income approach, to find out the value of firm, we require the equity capitalization rate, or it is also called as cost of equity, and that is 10%. So with the help of this information, we are asked to calculate value of the firm and overall capitalization rate. That means overall cost of capital or weighted average cost of capital. This is question A. In question B, if the debentures are increased to rupees 4 lakhs. In first case, debentures are rupees 2,50,000. So if this amount is increased to rupees 4 lakhs, what shall be the value of the firm and overall capitalization rate? Means rest of the things will remain the same. That is amount of operating income, equity capitalization rate, and rate of interest on debentures. That will remain the same. In the first question, debenture amount is rupees 2,50,000. Instead of that, if that amount is rupees 4 lakhs, what would be the value of firm and overall cost of capital? So first we will solve A, question 1. That is, a company expect operating income of rupees 1 lakh. It has rupees 2,50,000 8% debentures. The equity capitalization rate is 10%. So we have to calculate the value of the firm. We know that the value of the firm formula under net income approach is value of equity plus value of debt. Value of equity plus value of debt. Debt amount is given to us directly 2,50,000. So we want to find out the value of equity. How to find out the value of equity? The formula is net income divided by equity capitalization rate. I will repeat again. Net income divided by equity capitalization rate. So out of that, equity capitalization rate is given to us 10%. Now what we want? Net income. Net income is not given to us. What is given to us? Operating income. So with the help of this operating income, first we will have to find out net income. Operating income means EBIT. And as per the net income approach, the formula of calculating net income is operating income, that is EBIT minus interest, is equal to net income. So we can check out EBIT is rupees 1 lakh, which is given us in the example. EBIT is rupees 1 lakh less interest on debentures. Check out, amount of debenture is rupees 2,50,000. Rate of interest is 8%. So amount of interest would be interest 8% of rupees 2,50,000. So 8% of 2,50,000, that comes to rupees 20,000. You can cross check all these calculations with calculators. So this is interest amount is 20,000. So net income means EBIT minus interest. EBIT is rupees 1 lakh, interest is rupees 20,000. So net income is equal to 80,000. Now with the help of net income, second step is to calculate value of equity. We have to find out value of equity. You can check out. So value of equity is equal to, that value is equal to net income divided by equity capitalization rate. So just we calculated net income. Net income is rupees 80,000. So 80,000 divided by equity capitalization rate. Equity capitalization rate is given in the example. Once again we can check out. The equity capitalization rate is 10%. So net income divided by equity capitalization rate. Net income is rupees 80,000. Equity capitalization rate is 10%. So value of equity is equal to 8 lakhs. So here we have got the value of equity. Again, I will repeat it. Value of equity is equal to net income divided by equity capitalization rate. Net income we have calculated, that is EBIT minus interest, that is rupees 80,000. Equity capitalization rate is at 10%, which is given in the example. So 80,000 divided by 10%, value of equity is equal to 8 lakhs. So the next step is value of firm. Value of firm is equal to value of equity plus value of debt. Value of equity just we calculated. This is our value of equity 8 lakhs. So value of equity 8 lakhs plus value of debt 2 lakhs 50,000, which is given in the example that company has rupees 2 lakh 50,000 8% debentures. So debenture amount is rupees 2 lakhs 50,000. So value of firm is equal to value of equity plus value of debt 8 lakhs plus 2 lakhs 50,000. Value of firm is equal to 10 lakhs 50,000. And this was the first question which was asked. In first question, it is asked to calculate value of firm, which we have calculated. Now, secondly, it is also asked to calculate overall capitalization rate. Overall capitalization rate is nothing but overall cost of capital, that is nothing but weighted average cost of capital. This is our usual way of calculating weighted average cost of capital. Two sources are there, equity and debt. Value of equity we have calculated 8 lakhs. Value of debt 2 lakh 50,000. So total value of capital, that is a 10 lakhs 50,000. Then specific cost of capital. When it says specific cost of capital, you can check out the specific cost of equity is at 10%, which is nothing but equity capitalization rate, which is given in the example. So it means specific cost of equity is 10%. Specific cost of interest, specific cost of debt is 8%, which is nothing but the rate of interest, as the basic assumption of net income approach that there are no taxes. That's why obviously whatever is the rate of interest, that is the cost of capital, because here I into bracket 1 minus t will not, there is no question of deducting the tax. Directly whatever is the rate of interest, that is the cost of capital. So that is 8%. Now the weights. Weights means proportion of each capital on total capital. So first, proportion of 8 lakhs on 10 lakhs 50,000. 8 lakhs divided by 10 lakh 50,000, that comes to 0.76. Then proportion of debt, that is the amount of debt divided by total capital. 2 lakhs 50,000 divided by 10 lakhs 50,000, that comes to 0.24. And now weighted cost, that is a specific cost multiplied by weights, 10% into 0.76, 7.62%, 8% into 0.24, that is a 1.90%, and the overall cost of capital is 9.52%. That we can call it as the overall cost of capital or overall capitalization rate or weighted average cost of capital. So these two things were asked. Value of the firm 10 lakhs 50,000, overall cost of capital 9.52%. Now here I can show you another way of calculating overall cost of capital. That is EBIT divided by value of firm. Now here you can check out what we do. Again we take the total value of the firm. Then we take the specific cost of each capital. And then we find out the weight or proportion of each capital on total capital. And accordingly then we get this weighted average cost. It means cost of equity, weighted cost of equity is 7.62%, weighted cost of debt is 1.9%. So it means the total cost total cost on total capital is 9.52%, and that is why it is called as the overall cost of capital. So 9.52% is the cost of total capital of rupees 10,50,000. If someone asks you what is the weighted cost of equity, so that is 7.62%. What is the weighted cost of debt? 1.9%. But what is the weighted cost of total capital 10,50,000? That is a 9.52%. And that's why there is a one shortcut, another way, that is a EBIT, operating income divided by value of firm, multiplied by 100. You can check out operating income is 1 lakh, which is given in the example. Operating income is rupees 1 lakh. So 1 lakh divided by value of the firm. Value of the firm we have calculated rupees 10 lakhs 50,000. So 10 lakh 50,000 is value of firm. So 1 lakh divided by 10 lakhs 50,000 into 100. If you check with the calculator, it is again same. That is 9.52%. You can check out in this table also we have got the same number 9.52%. So there is an option either you can calculate by this way or this way. No need to calculate by both the ways. Anyways, the amount, that rate of cost of capital will remain same. So this is answer to A. Now we have to answer question B. The question B is, if the debentures are increased to rupees 4 lakhs, what shall be the value of the firm? Means everything is remaining same. That is operating income 1 lakh, rate of interest on debenture 8%, equity capitalization rate will remain same 10%. But only the change is that instead of 2,50,000, if the debenture amount is rupees 4 lakhs, what will be the value of firm and overall cost of capital? Again, the same thing. That is the first we will calculate net income. So solution B, net income, operating income divided minus interest on debentures. Operating income is rupees 1 lakh. Now the debenture interest, that will be 8% of 4 lakhs. Rate of interest will remain the same 8%. But now the amount of debenture is rupees 4 lakhs. So interest is 8% of 4 lakhs. That comes to 32,000. So net income 1 lakh minus 32,000, that is equal to 68,000. So net income is 68,000. Now value of equity is equal to net income divided by equity capitalization rate. Net income is 68,000, which just we have calculated, divided by equity capitalization rate, that is the same 10%. 68,000 divided by 10%, value of equity is equal to 6,80,000. So in question A, when the debenture amount was rupees 2,50,000, at that time value of equity was rupees 8 lakhs. You can check out. Debenture amount was rupees 2,50,000, so value of equity was 8 lakhs. Now the debenture capital is rupees 4 lakhs, value of equity 6,80,000. It means value of debenture has increased and value of equity has reduced. The next step is to find out value of firm. That is the value of equity plus value of debt. So value of equity 6,80,000 just we have calculated. Value of debt is given in the example rupees 4 lakhs. So value of firm is equal to 6,80,000 plus 4 lakhs is equal to 10,80,000. So value of firm is 10,80,000. In question A, the value of firm was 10,50,000. It means that, which also we have seen the conclusion in our first, second and third example. When we compared first, second and third example, we got the conclusion that when the amount of debenture increases or amount of debt capital increases, that value of firm is also increases. We can again, that conclusion is confirmed. When debenture was rupees 2,50,000, value of firm was 10,50,000. Now when the debenture value is 4 lakhs, value of firm is 10,80,000. So as amount of debenture has increased, value of debt also has increased. Now the second thing is overall cost of capital. Equity amount 6,80,000, debt 4 lakhs, total capital 10,80,000. Specific cost, equity 10%, debt 8%, weights That is a 6,80,000 divided by 10,80,000. That comes to 0.63. Debt 4 lakhs divided by 10,80,000. That comes to 0.37. Weighted cost, specific cost into weight, 10% into 0.63, 6.3%. Debt 8% into 0.37, that is equal to 2.96%. And total cost of capital or overall cost of capital or overall capitalization rate or weighted average cost of capital is 9.26%. Now, overall cost of capital. Overall cost of capital by another way, just we have seen in the first case, that is a formula is EBIT upon value of firm into 100. EBIT is rupees 1 lakh. Value of firm which we have got 10,80,000 into 100. If you calculate it, it is again same 9.26%. Again, I want to make it clear, no need to calculate overall cost of capital by both the way. You can calculate it by either of the way. But just for your information, I have seen you, these are the two different ways by which we can calculate overall cost of capital. Whenever in any example, in even cost of capital chapter, when it is asked to find out weighted average cost of capital, it is better to calculate by this way because at that time we want to see how you assign the weights. But if I am saying I want to know overall cost of capital, option is open to you. Either you can calculate by this way or that way. So here we have calculated the value of firm and overall cost of capital under two different situations. When the amount of debenture was rupees 2,50,000, the value of firm was 10,50,000 and overall cost was 9.52%. As amount of debenture has increased from 2,50,000 to 4 lakhs, value of firm is now 10,80,000, which has increased, and overall cost of capital is 9.26%, which has decreased. And that's why after third example, in comparative analysis, we have seen the conclusion that whenever amount of debenture or debt capital increases, value of firm and market price is increases, whereas overall cost of capital decreases. Again, the same conclusion is proved. So this is example number 4. I hope you have understood. Please go through it. Try to solve this example at your own. Still you face any doubt, any confusion, any difficulty, you are absolutely free to write your query in the comment on this channel or in the beginning. My email address is also provided. You can also email me your query. Thank you very much.